There are few boosts more timely in elite rugby than the return of a dynamic, in-form winger, and for both Exeter Chiefs and England, the impending comeback of Immanuel Feyi-Waboso could not come at a better moment. After weeks on the sidelines with a frustrating hamstring injury, the 23-year-old is edging closer to full fitness, offering renewed optimism for club and country ahead of a crucial period in the rugby calendar, including the looming Nations Championship. A rising star temporarily halted. Feyi-Waboso's absence during the recent Six Nations Championship was a significant blow to England national rugby union team head coach Steve Borthwick. Initially named in Borthwick's 36-man squad, the explosive winger was expected to play a key role in England's campaign. However, those plans were derailed before they could truly begin when he suffered a hamstring injury in the build-up to the opening clash against Wales' national rugby union team. The timing could hardly have been worse. England entered the tournament with high expectations, but ultimately endured a disappointing campaign, one that exposed gaps in both execution and attacking threat. The absence of a player like Feyi-Waboso, capable of breaking defensive lines and finishing chances with clinical precision, was keenly felt. For a player still early in his international career, it was another frustrating chapter in what has already been an injury-interrupted journey. A history of setbacks and resilience. Injuries have, unfortunately, become a recurring theme for Feyi-Waboso. The former Wasps RFC and Cardiff rugby back missed the latter half of the previous season after suffering a dislocated shoulder, an injury that halted his momentum at a crucial stage of his development. Yet, what has consistently stood out is his ability to respond. This season, prior to his latest setback, Feyi-Waboso had been in outstanding form for Exeter Chiefs. In just 13 appearances, he crossed the try line 9 times, underlining his natural finishing ability and growing influence within the team's attacking structure. His performances were not confined to club rugby either. During England's November internationals, he scored 2 tries in 4 tests, offering glimpses of his potential at the highest level. Those displays reinforced the belief that England had unearthed a genuine gamebreaker, someone capable of shaping matches with moments of brilliance. The road back to fitness following his hamstring injury, there were initial concerns that Feyi-Waboso could face an extended spell on the sidelines. Given his history with similar issues, having already missed parts of pre-season and early domestic competitions with hamstring troubles, the fear was that recovery might be prolonged and complicated. However, according to Exeter Chiefs director of rugby Rob Baxter, the situation is far more encouraging. He's still a few weeks off, but he's been on the pitch for a couple of weeks, Baxter explained. He's doing a lot of running and starting to rejoin skills sessions. Those updates suggest that Feyi-Waboso has moved into the final phase of his rehabilitation, a critical stage where intensity gradually increases and match readiness begins to take shape. We're getting into that end stage now, Baxter added, hinting that while the winger will not feature immediately, his return is firmly on the horizon. Timing is everything. The timing of Feyi-Waboso's return could prove crucial. With the domestic season resuming following the Six Nations break, Exeter Chiefs are entering a decisive stretch of fixtures. Their ambitions in the Premiership hinge on consistency, squad depth, and the ability to field their strongest possible lineup. Having a player of Feyi-Waboso's caliber back in contention would significantly enhance their attacking options. His pace, power, and instinctive finishing provide a dimension that few players can replicate. Whether it's exploiting space out wide or creating opportunities from broken play, his presence forces opposition defenses to adjust, and often retreat. For England, the implications are equally significant. The Nations Championship looms as a major test, with Northern Hemisphere sides preparing to face the physical intensity and tactical precision of Southern Hemisphere giants. England's Six Nations campaign exposed vulnerabilities, particularly in attack. While there were flashes of promise, consistency proved elusive. The return of Feyi-Waboso offers hope that those issues can be addressed. Strength in numbers at Exeter. Feyi-Waboso is not the only player nearing a return for Exeter Chiefs. Baxter confirmed that several key figures are back in training, providing a timely boost as the club looks to build momentum. Among them are Tom Hooper, Scott Sio, and Jimmy Roots, all of whom have rejoined full training sessions. Their availability strengthens the squad across multiple positions, offering Baxter greater flexibility in selection and rotation. Tom Hooper is back in full training, Jimmy Roots is in full training, and Scott Sio is back as well, Baxter noted. We've got good numbers coming back. This influx of returning players could not have come at a better time, particularly as Exeter prepare for a demanding run of fixtures. Managing other injury concerns. Despite the positive news, not everything is straightforward for Exeter. The club is currently monitoring a number of injury concerns ahead of their clash with Sale Sharks. Josh Hodge, who recently featured for England A, has reported post-match headaches, raising concerns about a potential head injury, while no issue was flagged during the game itself. Medical staff are taking a cautious approach. You don't know if it's come from a head knock, Baxter explained. But once headaches are reported, we investigate thoroughly. Similarly, South African prop Kwesi Mona is dealing with swelling in his thumb. It could be an old injury or something new, Baxter said. We're still assessing it. These uncertainties highlight the delicate balancing act faced by clubs at this stage of the season, managing player welfare while striving for results. Long-term absentees. While several players are nearing a return, others remain some way off. Tommy Wyatt continues his recovery from a ruptured ACL suffered at the end of last season, complicating matters further. Wyatt has endured ACL injuries in both knees in relatively quick succession, a scenario that significantly extends rehabilitation timelines. He's still a way off, Baxter confirmed. 2 ACL injuries close together take time. Meanwhile, high-profile signing Len Ikitau is also not yet ready for a return to action. The Wallabies centre suffered a serious shoulder injury earlier in the season and, although he has resumed running, he has yet to return to full contact training. It was a pretty bad shoulder injury, Baxter said. He's progressing, but he's still a little while off. England's bigger picture for Steve Borthwick. The return of Feyi-Waboso represents more than just an additional selection option. It is part of a broader effort to rebuild and refine England's identity. The Six Nations campaign raised difficult questions about the team's direction, consistency, and ability to compete with the very best, yet, within that disappointment, there were signs of potential. England's attacking display in their narrow defeat to France, for example, showcased what they are capable of when everything clicks. Adding a fully fit Feyi-Waboso to that equation could elevate their attacking threat significantly. His ability to turn half chances into tries, combined with his physicality and pace, makes him a valuable asset in high-pressure matches. A crucial few weeks ahead. The coming weeks will be pivotal, not just for Feyi-Waboso, but for Exeter Chiefs and England alike. For the player, it is an opportunity to complete his recovery, regain match fitness, and re-establish himself as a key figure at both club and international level. For Exeter, it is about integrating returning players, building cohesion, and pushing for strong results in the Premiership. And for England, it is about preparing for the challenges ahead, ensuring that when the Nations Championship arrives, they are ready to compete at the highest level. The promise of what's to come. At just 23 years old, Immanuel Feyi-Waboso remains at the beginning of his journey. Injuries may have slowed his progress, but they have not diminished his potential. If anything, his ability to bounce back from setbacks has only reinforced the belief that he could become one of England's most influential players in the years to come. For now, the focus is simple: complete the recovery, return to the field, and rediscover the form that made him one of the most exciting young talents in English rugby. Because if recent glimpses are anything to go by, the best of Feyi-Waboso is still to come.